fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver, the Lone Ranger.
Watch out! He's got a gun!
No, don't! Let me go!
What is it, Hanley?
Butch Cavendish, Warden. Somebody must have sneaked him a gun. I was just letting him out for exercise period when he pulled it on me.
Butch Cavendish. He's the last one I'd want to escape. Tell the guards to shoot at sight.
I can't.
Why not?
Your son Johnny was on his way up here to see you just as Butch broke out. He grabbed hold of him. He's got a gun on him now.
Johnny?
Yeah.
What's Cavendish doing to him?
Nothing yet. He says he wants to talk to you. I think he's got some kind of a proposition.
Tell him to come in.
Yes, sir. Here he is, Warden.
I'm sorry, Dad. He grabbed me when I wasn't looking.
That's all right, son. Let him go, Cavendish.
I'm giving the orders here now, Warden.
You'll never get out of here alive.
Well, if I don't, your kid won't either. I'll use this gun on him, and you know I mean it.
What's your deal?
I'm taking him out here with me. You'll get him back safe and sound on one condition. That you let the rest of my gang go free.
Don't do it, Dad.
I couldn't do that if I wanted to, Cavendish. Your men aren't here now. They're out to the prison farm.
I know that. But you let them go free and they get back. They can meet me at one of my old hideouts.
How will they know which one?
Don't worry, they will. If they're not there by noon Wednesday, you'll never see this kid again.
You'll never make it.
Your guards won't shoot. They know how crazy you are about Junior here. Come on, you.
Get that cowardly rat.
Don't lose your head, Warden. He'll kill Johnny for sure. They're letting him out, all right. They don't want to risk hurting the boy.
What can I do, Hanley?
You've got no choice, Warden. It's a Cavendish gang or Johnny's life.
Let those outlaws free to harm innocent people? No, Hanley, I can't do that.
But, Warden, Johnny.
We'll have to find some other way to save him.
But how? Nobody but the Cavendish gang know where those hideouts are. They'll never talk.
There's someone else who knows. The man who captured the Cavendish gang years ago. The Lone Ranger. If we could only get word to him.
Oh, that's impossible, Warden. No one ever knows where he is.
Whenever a crime is committed, he knows. Somehow he finds out. If he could only learn about this before it's too late.
Back early, Tonto. Where are the supplies?
We not get them. No time for food now.
What's happened?
Word come through to town, Butch Cavendish break jail.
Cavendish? Our worst enemy.
Him take Warden's son as hostage. Hold him at one of old hideouts. Him say him kill boy if Cavendish gang not free by noon Wednesday.
If I know Warden Sears, he's much too honest to release those outlaws, even if his boy's life is at stake.
We ride fast. Maybe still time to save him.
Not a chance, Tonto. Cavendish had too many hideouts. He could be holding the boy in any one of them. We don't have time to check them all.
If we split up, we cover more ground.
Yes, but that's trusting too much to luck.
What we do then?
You ride to Cavendish's closest hideout. If he isn't there, go on to the next one. Maybe you'll reach him before I do.
But where you go?
To the prison, Tonto. That's the only sure way I can think of to find Butch Cavendish.
It's good you're here, friend. And you know that there isn't anything within reason that I wouldn't do to save my boy. But what you suggest, I don't know.
I realize it's risky, Warden, but it's better than letting Johnny die. Besides, you won't be freeing the whole gang. Just one man.
But one is as bad as all. Besides, this Dooley is no fool, you know. What makes you so sure that he'll lead you to where Cavendish is?
I'll try not to let him know I'm following him.
But if you should get to the hideout, it's 2 against 1. It's bad enough having Cavendish at large, without letting his chief henchman go, too.
You've got to do it, Warden. Not only for Johnny's sake, but we must get Cavendish back again.
All right. We'll risk it. You better wait in the closet. You can bring Dooley in now, Hanley. Dooley, I'm asking you for the last time. Where's Cavendish hiding out with my boy?
I wouldn't know.
But if I were to let you loose, then you would know, is that it?
Or might.
All right, Dooley. You win. I'm going to let you go.
What about the rest of the gang?
One at a time. I'm not going to let you out in a group to raid the territory.
All right, Warden. That's good enough for me. One at a time.
But get this straight. If any harm comes to my boy, you and Cavendish are going to have your neck stretched. Understand?
Sure, Warden, sure. I get it.
All right, then. On your way.
Not so fast. You must think I'm an awful fool.
What do you mean?
I know what your game is. It's a trap to catch Cavendish. 5 minutes after I'm out of here, half the guards in this place will be on my trail.
I give you my word of honor that no guard will follow you out of this prison.
And what difference would it make if they did? I know where I'm going. They don't. I could lose 1,000 guards by the time I reach Cavendish. Now, you still want to let me go?
I want to save my boy at any price.
Okay, Warden. I'll go. But on my terms. I ain't tracking around the country in this outfit. I want some new clothes, a horse, and a gun with bullets, just in case somebody should try to follow me.
Take him out and give him what he wants, and then let him go.
Thanks, Warden. You sure treat us prisoners nice.
He's a tough customer, Warden.
I hope I've done the right thing. But if he gets away for good, I'll have betrayed the honest people who put me in this job.
Don't worry, I'll pick up his trail as soon as he leaves.
But I don't trust him. He's liable to lead you on a wild goose chase.
I don't think so. Dooley's too sure of himself.
But we've only gotten till noon Wednesday. Suppose Dooley doesn't get to Cavendish by then.
You forget, Warden, I'm not your only hope. Tonto was looking for Cavendish, too. He's had time to reach some of his hideouts by now. For all we know, he's already rescued Johnny.
I can only believe that.
You know, kid, I was loco not to think of this idea before. Now I don't have to watch both doors at once.
What are you doing now?
Just making sure that nobody takes us by surprise. If they try that door over there, they're going to get an awful headache. If they try this one, they're going to get a bullet in the belly.
You can't scare Dad into letting your gang go free. He'll never do it.
He will if he ever wants to see you again. Well, I guess I won't be needing these anymore.
Dad would be cheating the people that trust him if he let those crooks out of jail. I wouldn't want him to do it even if he could.
Shut up! You yap too much. Well, I thought you was never coming out of it, Injun. Say, where's that masked man you used to work with?
Me not know.
Don't lie to me. Where is he? No. Well, I've got other ways of making you talk.
No. Wait, me tell. Him in town. Him have business there. Me not know where him is now. That truth.
I wonder if I can believe that. Probably not. I'm going to go outside and take a look around just in case. And don't you worry, kid. I'll be back to take care of you. Time's running fast.
You not be frightened. There's still hope.
Don't try to fool me, Indian. We don't have one chance in a million. Who are you, anyway?
Me, Tonto, your friend. You not forget, one chance in a million better than none.
I'm sorry you risked your life to save me. Now we're both gonna die.
You give up plenty easy. We not dead yet.
We're as good as dead. I wish you'd do it now and get it over with.
What if someone on way to rescue us?
Who? Nobody could find us here.
Friend of Tonto maybe find us.
You mean the masked man Cavendish was talking about?
That right.
Oh, what's the use? Even if he did get here in time, he'd be trapped same as you.
You not be too sure. Him never say die.
You mean you really think there's a chance for us?
There are always chances if you not give up.
Well, Injun, I guess you wasn't lying. There's no sign of that masked man. Sure hoped you boys wasn't lonesome.
We're doing all right.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Because there's nothing like spending what time you've got left being happy. And you haven't got much. Well, I reckon I better set my little trap again just in case that masked man comes snooping around.
Effie, ain't you found them plum preserves yet?
Here they are, Essie. It was behind the pickled cucumber.
Oh, good. Still most done. I reckon this is going to make poor Mrs. Frobisher feel a heap sight better.
I'll wrap the preserves and we'll leave as soon as you're ready, dear.
Land of Goshen. Who can that be?
Why, it's some poor man who looks half-starved. Come in, stranger, and rest a spell.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. This is right kind of you.
Oh, nothing like being friendly, we always say. We were just going to take some victuals to a poor sick neighbor.
Do you come from these parts?
No, I've been traveling a long way.
Oh, you sure look it. Would you like some nice hot soup to warm your innards?
No, not now. I'm awful sorry to bust in on you like this, but I just had to hide summers.
Hide? Who from?
Well, I had a suspicion for the last couple hours that I've been followed by a bandit.
A bandit, oh, is he? Oh.
That's right, ma'am. A man wearing a mask. He was probably after my hard-earned wages. Oh, I'd like nothing better than to get that ornery skunk. And I can, too, if you ladies will help me.
Us? Help you catch a bandit? Do you think we could?
You just tell us what to do, mister, and we'll do anything you say.
Oh, good. Well, now, look. I'll pretend to ride away from here. Now, it's my hunch that that masked man has come knocking at that door. Try to find out if I left my money with you.
Don't you worry, mister. We'll get rid of him somehow.
Oh, but I don't want you to. You gotta find some excuse to keep me here. And I'll circle around the back and sneak in that door there, and we'll catch him red-handed.
Oh, I think that's a lovely plan.
Oh, you can count on us, mister. We'll keep him here somehow.
Oh, well, that's fine, ladies. Well, I'll go now. Believe me, the law's going to be mighty grateful to you for helping to catch this bandit.
He's a masked man, just like he said.
And he's coming right toward us.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, Essie, we have a visitor. Do come in.
Thank you, ladies. Do you always welcome masked men with such open arms?
Why shouldn't we? You have an honest chin.
Besides, we always say it's a man's own business to choose what he wants to wear.
I wish more people felt that way. But the reason I'm here is...
Oh, Essie, the man looks hungry. Offer him some soup.
Thank you very much. I'd like to stay, but I haven't time. You see, I'm trailing a man who just stopped here. I thought he might have harmed you.
That nice man. He wouldn't harm a fly.
I'm afraid he would, ma'am. He happens to be an escaped convict.
Oh, he couldn't be. Why, all he wanted was some food for his journey.
Did he drop a hint as to where he was headed?
Not a word, mister. And we're not the ones to pry.
Then I'd better be after him fast.
Oh, before you've eaten, we won't hear of it. Essie, this soup.
I'm sorry, I really can't stay.
Oh, yes, you can. Reach. Now, drop them guns. Easy.
Oh, thank goodness you got back. We were afraid we couldn't hold him for you.
You've done fine, ladies. Just fine.
You're even lower than I thought you were, Dooley, taking advantage of two helpless women.
I take my advantages where I find them. Now, turn around. Come on. I've been itching to do this for years.
Oh! Mr. Dooley, you had no right to strike him. He wasn't hurting you.
Shut up. He thought he could trail me to the hideout. Now get in that closet, the both of you.
In a closet?
That's what I said, unless you want to stay here while I blow his brains out. Come on.
Effie, the masked stranger was telling us the truth. We've trapped the wrong outlaw.
You sure have, and by the time you two old beetle beaks are out of that closet, I'll be with my pal Cavendish, and that hombre will be dead. Come on.
He'll kill him in cold blood.
Come on, quit your stalling and get in there. You two.
Oh, my soup. My soup is boiling. What'll I do with it?
I don't care what you do with it, so long as you get rid of it. Now,
Well,
come on.
Whatever you say, mister.
Call us Beetlebeaks, Willie.
Oh, take it easy.
There, that rod ought to ease the pain.
Are you sure your head don't hurt you anymore where it hit you?
It's fine now. Thanks to you both.
You keep looking at that clock. Is there anything the matter?
That boy I was telling you about. We don't have much time. Dooley, I'm asking you for the last time. Where's Cavendish holding Johnny?
Why don't you let me go and follow me?
I know you'd never leave me there now. Are you going to let that innocent boy die?
That warden's kid don't mean a thing to me.
I've never seen a meaner man. Maybe if we give him a few jabs with this, he'd be more gossipy.
No, thanks. I don't believe in torture. There must be some other way to make him talk.
You're hogtied, mister. Supposing I did talk. How would you know whether I was telling the truth or lying?
That's easy. Whenever Effie tells a lie, she blushes.
Oh, Essie, hush.
Wait a minute, ladies. You've just given me an idea. Lots of people blush when they tell lies. It's their hearts that give them away. They pump the blood faster.
Mister, I ain't the blushing kind.
You don't have to be, Dooley, to give yourself away.
I see what you mean. His pulse.
That's right, ma'am.
Oh, do let it help you.
It's a long chance, ladies, but it may work. You keep your fingers on his pulse while I question him.
You're a fool if you think I'm going to tell you what hideout he's at. I'm saying no to everything.
Go ahead, mister. We're ready.
Where's Cavendish hiding? Silver Canyon?
No.
Twin Forks?
No.
Eagle Pass?
No.
Dead Man's Gulch?
No.
Try him again on that one, mister.
Dead Man's Gulch.
I said no.
Oh, my, yes. That's the one.
It must be. His pulse is racing like a house of fire.
It's worth a try, ladies. The Dead Man's Gulch is a long ride from here.
Take the shortcut over Willow Bridge.
Much quicker.
I only hope I can make it in time. You ladies keep this outlaw tied up until I get back. You've both been a big help. Thanks.
Oh, what a nice man.
And just think, Effie, we've captured a real live outlaw. Oh, this is the most exciting time we've had since Grandpa won the horseshoe pitching contest.
Hey, pull up there. You sure in an on-fire hurry, mister.
What's the idea of the roadblock?
What's the idea of the mask?
This mask means the same to me as a badge of office does to a lawman. Why is the road closed?
Bridge ain't there no more. The river washed it away last night.
Is there any other way across?
Not a chance.
Look, mister, I've got to get to Dead Man's Gulch by 12 noon. If I don't, a boy's going to die. There must be some other way across the river.
But why didn't you say so? Follow the stream up here to Eagle Pass. The river's not so deep, maybe you and your horse can swim across.
Thanks a lot.
Dead Man's Gulch at 12 noon. The darn fool, he won't come anywhere near making it.
I never figured that a father could care so little for a son. My gang should have been here by now.
I told you wouldn't let him go.
And I told you I'd kill you if he didn't. I reckon we both meant it.
How much time?
1 minute. Still doing all right, kid?
You not forget what I tell you. Never say die.
That's good advice, Ancient. Too bad you can't take it.
I'll never give up, Cavendish, not even after you pull the trigger.
You die hard, kid. With less than a minute to live and both doors tricked up so nobody can break in, and you still figure there's a chance somebody might save you. Oh, I get it. The masked man. Still thinking about him, huh? He's gonna pull a miracle, sneak in just in the nick of time.
Him come if him can.
From out of nowhere, I suppose.
That's right. From out of nowhere.
You're too late, Injun. You've been dreaming up fairy tales. Now, I just hope the kid here didn't believe you. Because this is one time they're not coming true. Your time's up, Injun. I'm gonna let you have it first. And there's no masked man standing by to save you.
right, Cavendish. I'll take that other gun. Tonto. Caught in his own trap.
Gee, Tonto, you were right. He came from out of nowhere. And then he kicked the door open, and Cavendish fired. And then the ranger jumped in and knocked him all over the place.
I'm afraid Johnny's exaggerating, Warden.
That Mr. Cavendish sounds just as bad as our Mr. Dooley.
Oh, that horrible man. And when I think how we trusted him.
The important thing is that Cavendish and Dooley are back in prison. Neither of them can hurt anybody again.
The most important thing to me is that you've saved my boy's life, and for that I can never repay you.
We not work for pay. We work for justice.
He's right, Warden. And justice needs no pay. Well, Tonto, it's time to go. If you ladies would like, we'll put you in your carriage.
Oh, Effie, what a nice man, and so polite.
You sure you won't let us take just a peek under that man?
Land of Goshen, Effie. Why, it's not his face that matters. It's his character, and he's just oozing with that.
You ladies have a good deal of character yourselves. So long, Johnny.
Bye.
Bye, Warden.
Goodbye.
Gee, Dad, I've never met a man like him before.
That's because he's one in a million. He's the Lone Ranger.
Hi-yo, Silver! Away! Heavy horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo Silver, the Lone Ranger.
This plenty dangerous gully. You think someone starts flying on purpose?
No, Tonto. This Devil's Pass. It's been like this for years. Gold was discovered here, and prospectors dug up every inch of the ground. It started quite a little boom town a few miles down the road. It's called Horseshoe.
No gold left now?
Afraid not, Tonto. Miners pretty well cleaned it out.
We camp near here, maybe. You look around.
All right. We need supplies, and we can't reach El Paso before tomorrow.
Thought you was going to be late, Lefty. You did a good job on your hair. It's exactly the same color as mine. Smooth it down on top.
Took some doing, but when folks get a look at me, they're sure going to think I'm you.
That's what they're supposed to think.
Listen, what about the $100,000?
I've been doing some snooping around. The money's leaving town in a few minutes by special messenger. One man riding alone.
Sounds perfect. You ought to be able to ambush him easy.
That's what I aim to do. You go on in the cafe for about an hour and then come out and do like we agreed. And be sure folks see your red hair.
Don't worry. Listen, where'll I meet you after?
The Devil's Pass. And make sure you're not followed.
Louisiana, my true up for to see. My true up, that's who. My little old true up.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Gotta have fun, that's what's the big idea. Gotta have lots of fun.
Hey, oh, come back here. Sheriff! Sheriff Bryce!
Hey, Lefty, up here.
What are you doing here, Red?
What's it look like?
That the money he was carrying?
Yes, sir. Some of the prettiest greenbacks Uncle Sam ever printed.
What are you hiding it for? It ain't gonna do us any good in there.
Use your head, Lefty. For the next few weeks, every lawman in this territory is going to be looking for that $100,000. We wouldn't dare spend a cent of it.
Oh, I get it. You just leave it in there until the fuss blows over, huh?
Why not? Nobody's apt to go digging up Devil's Pass again. Hey, did you do like I told you in town?
Sure I did, Red. I acted wild, broke Blair's window, let him see my red hair, even stole one of his hats.
Did he get a good look at your face?
No, I didn't stop long enough.
Good boy, Lefty. You've given me perfect protection. Even if somebody seen me shooting that messenger, I could prove that I was in town when it happened. Man can't be two places at once, can he?
No. Hey, where are we going to hide out until this thing all blows over?
I'm not going to hide out anywhere, Lefty. I'm giving myself up to the sheriff.
Giving yourself up? What do you mean?
You know what the penalty is for killing a man and stealing $100,000?
Sure, a rope around your neck.
Right. You know what the penalty is for breaking a store window?
30 days in jail.
Right again. You see, it's simple, Lefty. If I admit breaking that store window, I can't very well have been out here stealing that money, can I?
No. Hey, wait a minute, Red. You never said nothing about this when we was making our plans.
I hadn't made up my mind then, Lefty. But I got to thinking. $100,000 ain't hardly enough for one man, let alone two. Get moving.
Me ride to town now, get supplies.
All right, Tonto. You see my old friend, Sheriff Bryce. Say hello to him for me.
Me do.
That's Tonto.
Sound come from over there.
We better take a look.
This one dead, Kimasabi.
So's this one, Tonto. 3 bullets in him.
Red hair. Me never see hair so red.
Yes, almost too red to be real. Tonto. Black near the roots. His hair was dyed. I wonder why.
Him may be hiding from law, need disguise.
Let's take a look at that other fellow. Tonto, I've seen this man before. He's one of the express company's most trusted messengers. He usually carries large sums of money for them.
You think men with dyed hair hold him up and them shoot each other?
I couldn't be. His gun hasn't even been fired. Besides, whatever he was carrying would still be here. No sign of any saddlebags or money pouches.
Maybe others in holdup.
There must have been, Tonto. Besides, that red-headed fellow over there wouldn't put 3 bullets in himself.
Ground plenty churned up. Hard to tell how many here.
We'll come back later and look around. Right now, we better take these bodies into town and report this to the sheriff.
Well, what can I do for you, mister?
I just come to give myself up.
Give yourself up? For what?
I reckon this ought to tell you who I am.
Hey, you ain't the hombre busted Jim Blair's window this morning.
Afraid I am, Sheriff. I kind of run off with one of his hats, too.
See, I don't get this. Why are you giving yourself up?
Well, I'm a law-abiding man, Sheriff, when I got sense enough to stay away from that bottle. I'm sober now, and I come back to take my punishment.
Well, you're 1 in a million, mister. I sure wish more lawbreakers felt that way. I don't rightly know just what to do with you. As long as you're pleading guilty, I don't suppose you want a trial.
No, you can just skip that. Tell me how long I got to serve and lock me up.
Well, usual sentence for damaging property and disturbing the peace is 30 days, but since you're giving yourself up, I reckon we can cut it down to 10.
Well, that's real square of you, Sheriff.
Well, come ahead, then. Hey, well, I don't even know your name.
It's Thompson, Joe Thompson. Come from Kansas City.
Well, you won't be lonesome, Joe. Beef Corson's got the cell right next to you.
Beef Corson, huh?
Yeah, stagecoach robber. We only picked him up last week. In here. We got a new playmate for you, Beef. His name is Joe Thompson. Comes from Kansas City.
Yeah, what's he in for?
Disturbing the peace.
Tough guy, huh?
No, not tough. Smart. Smart enough to give himself up when he knows he done wrong.
Joe Thompson from Kansas City. Now I've heard everything. How are you, Red?
Pretty good, Beef.
Ain't seen you in years, not since we pulled that Denver job together.
That's right. I wondered where you'd been.
Hey, give it to me straight. What do they really got you in here for?
Like the man said, disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace? You couldn't get Red Randall in jail for anything short of murder.
You couldn't?
You're hiding something, Red, and you're too smart to tell the sheriff. What is it?
You know, Beef, I'm too smart to tell even you.
It's amazing. Two men with such red hair, and seeing them both on the same day, it's quite a coincidence.
Are you sure it is a coincidence, Sheriff?
Well, what do you mean?
You say this Joe Thompson's hair is naturally red. That man's hair in there was obviously a dye job. Why?
Well, how do you figure it?
Someone else was involved in the robbery this morning. We know because the money's missing.
What make you suspicious of man Sheriff locked in jail?
The color of his hair, Tonto. Why should that man in there have dyed his hair the identical shade of red?
Now, you ain't making sense, mister. I tell you, this Joe Thompson admits breaking Jim Blair's window, and Jim saw him do it. Why, he was even wearing the hat he stole.
Did Jim get a close look at his face?
No, just the hair, but he couldn't be wrong about that.
That's just the point, Sheriff. He could be.
Kimasabi, you think man with dyed hair break window while man in jail hold up messenger?
Why not, Tonto? You can't accuse a man of stealing $100,000 if he's already in jail for a lesser crime that took place at the same time.
Hey, you're forgetting one thing. Where's the money? This Joe Thompson sure ain't got it on him.
He couldn't have time to take it very far. That means the money's somewhere near the robbery.
Well, we can't dig up all the devil's past looking for it.
No, Sheriff, we can't. But if I'm right about this Joe Thompson, we may be able to make him dig up the money.
How?
Tonto, would you mind going to jail for a few days? Let's say for vagrancy?
Now, me not mind if it help catch outlaw. What you want me do in jail?
You'll spread a rumor, Tonto. That's all. Just spread a rumor.
Got some company for you, Joe. Just picked this no-good engine up for vagrancy.
Yeah? Well, come on in, Injun. There's plenty of room.
Get in there, you. Figured he might have something to do with the express robbery. Going to hold him till I can check up on him.
Say, Injun, ain't I seen you somewhere before?
That possible. Me get around plenty.
I'm sure I've seen you somewhere. Do you ever ride with the old Dirk Nelson gang?
Me not ride with any gang.
That's funny. That's where I seen you somewhere.
You make mistake.
No, I never forget a face. It'll come back to me after a while.
So you're a vagrant, huh?
That not true. Me no vagrant.
What are you complaining about? So you spend a few days in jail. Good food, lots of leisure?
And that may be so. But me find way to get out fast. Before too late.
Too late for what, Injun?
You not here? The rumor of big gold strike near here.
Yeah, where?
Same place where gold was found once before. Devil's Pass.
What do you know? I figured that hill was all dug out.
You may be wrong. When rumors spread, plenty miners go there fast. Dig up ground all around.
You know, I wouldn't mind getting some of that gold for myself.
Since when was you interested in digging for gold?
Can't blame a man for wanting to get rich. You say you got a way of getting out of here, Injun?
Me think so. Friend maybe come see me later. Me ask him for help.
Who is your friend, Injun?
Him man who helped me out of plenty scrapes.
When do you think he's coming around?
When him hear me in jail, him come plenty fast.
Look, Injun, you tell your friend if he can get me out of here, too, I'll make it plenty worth his while.
Why you want to get out?
Like I said, I want to get rich.
Hello, friend. Did you find anything out at the pass?
Searched the whole area, Sheriff. No sign of the money. Any trouble in there?
No. Everything's quiet.
Good. Tonto's had time to spread our little rumor by now. Do you think you could get him out here to see me without arousing any suspicion?
Oh, I reckon so. Might have to twist the truth a little to do it. Come on out, Injun.
That's the fastest sentence I ever seen served.
Yeah, well, don't worry. He ain't getting sprung. Some lawyer fellow out there wants to take your case. Insists on talking to you alone.
And that friend me tell you about.
Well, do you want to see him or don't you?
Me see him.
I sure hope that Injun knows what he's talking about. I gotta bust out of here some way. Say, why'd you keep staring at him?
Still trying to remember where I seen him before. I never forget a face.
Did you find out anything more about him?
Him give false name. Real name Red Randall.
Red Randall? I've heard about him before. He's one of the toughest outlaws in the Northwest. I had no idea he was operating this far south.
One thing worry me, Kimasabi. Man in next cell, Beef Corson. Him think him know me from somewhere.
That is bad. He must have been with one of the gangs we captured. You sure he didn't recognize you?
Not yet, but maybe any time now.
And we'd better break Randall out as fast as we can. Now, let's get our plan straight so nobody makes a mistake.
I sure wish that engine would get back. I'd like to know what he's cooking up.
Do you ever think he might be cooking up poison?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure yet, but it seems to me the last time I ran into that engine, we was on opposite sides of the fence.
Well, you sure ain't now. Beef, that redskin's just as crooked as you are. Else why'd he be in jail?
Yeah? Well, I'd still like a look at this friend of his.
What for? I wouldn't care if I never saw his face as long as he bust me out of here.
Red, that's it.
What's it?
This Injun's pal, you don't never see his face. He wears a mask.
What of it? A lot of men in our business wear masks.
Yeah, but only one of them fires silver bullets and calls himself the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger? Are you sure?
You think I could ever forget it? It was when I was riding with the Dirk Nelson gang. That masked hombre trapped a whole lot of us. And the Indian was helping him. It was just luck I got away when I did.
So that's their little game. They figured to spring me out of here, so I'll lead them to...
Lead them to what, Red?
Never mind. I gotta change my plan. Beef, how'd you like to break out of here with me? I might be able to use you.
It's better than being a guest to the sheriff. How do you figure on working it?
We'll let the engine work it, just like he promised.
Are you crazy, Red? Them two's on the side of the law.
That's right. And they think I'm gonna lead them right to something they want awful bad. Well, I'll lead them all right, but not to where they expect.
Well, what's your plan, Red?
Coming back in there, Injun. Next time, tell your lawyer friend to bring a writ if he wants to see you.
How'd it go, Injun?
Plan all set. We break out plenty soon now.
Will your friend have horses for us?
Him take care of everything.
You think we've waited long enough, friend?
I think so, Sheriff. Let's begin.
Oh, here, you better take these.
You make the noises, and I'll upset the furniture.
Hey, isn't it time he was back yet? He must have those horses by now.
Him back all right.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh!
Hey, that friend of yours packs quite a wallop.
Him take care of himself.
Hey, why the mask?
You knock out, Sheriff?
Don't worry about the sheriff, Injun. Here's your gun. This the man that wants to make a break with you?
Him the one.
I'm sure glad you're springing me out of here, stranger. My name's Randall, Red Randall.
Come on, let's get out of here fast.
Hey, wait a minute. My friend here goes with us.
You didn't say anything about two men.
Him not tell me this before.
I hadn't made up my mind, Injun. You see, me and Beef are old pals. We've rode together before.
We can't take the chance, Red. There's no horse for him.
He can use the sheriff's. What difference does it make whether you spring two of us or three of us? You'll still get your payoff.
All right. The three of you.
Wait a minute. Here, Beef. We may need guns, too. In case we meet the law, I mean. All right, mister, lead the way. We're stopping here.
Where you taking us, Red?
You want your payoff, don't you?
Yeah. I was wondering when I'd get it.
You'll get it in just a few minutes. Say, Injun, I thought you said there was a gold strike here. I don't see any sign of digging.
No time dig up whole patch yet. Maybe plenty miners dig nearby.
This area's deserted. Where are you going to get the money to make a payoff here?
You know that $100,000 that was stole?
From the express messenger? Yeah, I heard about it. The thief was clever. Made a clean getaway.
Yeah, he got away, but he left the money here.
What are you talking about, Red?
You see that hill up there?
Yeah?
May not look like it to you, but there's enough money up there to make us all rich.
You mean you stole the $100,000 and hid it up there?
Come on, I'll show you. It's just the other side of this boulder. You stand guard out here, Beef, just in case somebody comes along.
Why me? I ain't never seen that much money before.
Don't worry, you'll get a look at it. Come on.
Where'd you bury it, Red?
Some of it's right here under this stump, some of it's back over there. All we got to do is dig for it. Oh, come on, give me a hand. You dig here and I'll dig over there.
How deep you bury money?
Plenty deep. Just keep digging. Don't move, you're both covered. So you thought I was going to lead you to the money. Why, you fools, the only place I've led you's to the end of the trail for you.
It won't work, Red. The sheriff and his posse are right behind us. You won't have time to get that money.
Thanks for warning me. In that case, I won't waste any time.
Red, what happened?
We got no time to gab. We got to get that money and get out of here fast. It's down the hill. Let's go. Right here.
You sure this is it?
Right this crack in the rock. Here it is.
Sure gotta hand it to you, Red. Pulling one of the biggest holdups of all time and doing it alone, too.
Who says I did it alone?
Why, was there others in on it?
Just one. Lefty Hayes.
Yeah? What happened to him?
I shot him.
You shot him? Why?
I had no more use for him. You see, Beef, when I'm through with a man, I like to get rid of him fast.
Now, wait a minute, Red. You keep the money. I don't want none of it.
Too late, Beef.
You must be getting old, Red. Miss me at that short range. Now it's too late for you. You got no bullets left. But I got 6. All for you. They're blanks.
Yeah. That's right, Red. You didn't think I'd be fool enough to leave real bullets in the sheriff's gun, did you?
But how'd you know?
You double-crossed Lefty Hayes. I figured you wouldn't treat us any better. Now I'll take that money.
You finishing good, Kimasabi. Here, bag.
All that murder and bloodshed. It's too bad what men will do for money.
It may be a good lesson to others. Not try same thing.
Here's the money, Sheriff.
Well, thanks again, friends. If it wasn't for men like you, the West would be overrun with desperados like these hombres here. I sure wish you could stick around here permanent.
Afraid not. Tonto and I have business elsewhere. Ready, Tonto?
Me always ready, Kimasabi.
Adios.
Hey, wait a minute. I gotta put your name down, my report. Your real name, I mean. He sure gets away fast.
You mean you don't even know who he is, Sheriff?
Oh, yes. I know who he is, Randall. That's something a man ain't likely to forget. He's the Lone Ranger. Hi-yo, Silver, away!
Fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver. The Lone Ranger.
If he's done.
Meredith, open up!
All right, Meredith, get your clothes on and let's go.
Go where?
No use making any trouble, Meredith.
Come on, get dressed.
What do you want with me? I haven't done anything.
Maybe you don't consider murder anything, but the rest of us do.
What are you talking about?
Come on, get your clothes on.
But I've got a right to know why I...
Look, I found Judge Scoville's body not an hour ago.
Judge Scoville?
Yes, on the road from Indian Hill.
What's that got to do with me? Why would I murder the judge?
We don't know yet.
Well, you're both out of your heads if you think I killed Judge Scoville.
Meredith, I'll give you 3 minutes to get dressed.
All right, come on inside.
Got it. What's a necktie party? I don't know. Why? Just wondered. Must be something real bad. Yeah? Yeah, 'cause I heard my pop talking to my uncle about having one tonight. When I asked him what it meant, he said, "Now you go on outside and play." That's a sure sign it means something real bad.
You're right, son. A necktie party does mean something real bad.
Who are you? Are you a bandit?
No, son, I'm no bandit.
Well, only bandits go around with a mask on.
Sometimes other people wear them too, son, for their own reasons. Tell me, how did your father happen to be talking about this necktie party?
My uncle came over and told him they just put Mr. Meredith in jail because he murdered Judge Scoville.
Judge Scoville?
You knew him, Kimosabe?
I think so, Tonto. Wasn't the judge a tall man with a long beard?
And he always wore a white handkerchief around his neck.
Yes, I remember now.
Do you know what a necktie party is?
Yes, I do, son. You see, when a man's accused of something wrong, he's brought to court. A judge and jury listen to everything that happened. They think things over very carefully and decide whether he's guilty or not. Then, if he is guilty, they punish him. That's trial by law.
But that's not bad.
No, son, that's good. But sometimes people get very angry, and instead of waiting and giving him a fair trial, they take him out of jail and hang him. That's what's bad. That's what's called a necktie party or lynching.
Gee, I don't think my pop ought to do that.
I don't think he should either, son. I don't think he will.
We'll put the gate back for you.
All right. Bye, boys.
Bye. Bye.
Won't be any trick at all for a gang of men to break Meredith out of here.
That's right. No trick at all. Don't you fellas usually wait till dark to start your necktie parties?
Look, Meredith, I'm here to prevent that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll bet. I bet the next thing you're going to tell me is that you know I'm innocent, and you're going to get me out of here.
I don't know whether you're innocent or not, and I'm not going to get you out of here. But I'm going to see that no one else gets you out of here until you've had a fair trial.
Why? Why are you so interested in me?
I'm not. I'm just interested in seeing that you get a fair trial.
But why?
Because I don't happen to like lynchings.
Well, if what you say is true, why do you hide behind that mask? Why don't you let me see who you are?
Does it matter who I am?
No. No, I suppose not. Well, whoever you are, I am innocent. I swear I am. I didn't murder Judge Scoville. Sure, I know they found my gun beside him, but I don't know how it got there. It was in my holster when I went to bed last night.
Guns not ride horseback.
Well, it's no use.
Go on, Meredith.
But it's not much use. My gun was there. And as your Indian friend said, guns don't ride horseback. Besides, I've got a jail record.
What for?
I got mixed up in cattle rustling when I was 16. I thought it was smart. That's why the judge wasn't too keen on my marrying Alicia.
Who is she?
His daughter. I'm in love with her. Look, that should prove I didn't kill Judge Scoville, shouldn't it? Why would I kill my girl's father? I was doing everything I could to show him that he could trust me. I was doing everything I could to win Alicia, so why? Why would I kill her father?
Kimosabe, me think guard wake up.
I thought I heard someone talking. Sure sounded like someone talking.
Where me find Sheriff? Please, me want to see him right away.
He's out at Jess Latham's for having lunch. It's about a mile down the road. Be back in an hour or so.
Thank you.
Say, were you around here a few minutes ago talking to anybody?
Me? Me alone? Who me talk to?
I'd have sworn I heard somebody.
You won't need that. I've come for a little talk.
All right, Letty.
What do you want to talk about?
Young Meredith. There are plans to lynch him.
I don't know anything about that.
But I can assure you I heard Lynch talk. What are you going to do about it?
That's my business, isn't it?
Mine, too.
Oh, so that's who you are. A pal of Meredith's. Where did you two meet up? When he was in jail, maybe?
I'm no pal of Meredith's. I've come to see that he gets a fair trial. And he won't have any trial if he's kept in that jail overnight.
What do you want us to do? Let him out of jail? Decorate him for bravery for killing one of the finest men in this part of the country?
What I'd like you to do is this, Sheriff. Arrange to have Meredith taken to Boonville for trial.
Oh, that's great. That's one of the best I've ever heard.
What's the matter, Dad? Who's this?
It's a pal of John Meredith's. He's got a great scheme to help Meredith get away.
That's the last thing I'd want. But I'd rather see him get away than fall into the hands of that angry mob.
Of course.
Don't you see what that means? Even if he's guilty, what a black eye would give the community. It's things like this, mob violence, that keep people from settling here.
What makes you so certain they're going to try to lynch him?
Go into town, Sheriff. Hear what they're saying. Meredith doesn't have a chance.
He doesn't deserve a chance.
Ted here being in love with Alicia. It's only natural, I suppose, that he should feel that way about the man who killed her father. But, son, everybody deserves a chance.
Yeah.
One thing I do know, though, for sure. If the mob really wants to get a hold of Meredith, it'll be a lot easier for them on the road to Boonville than it would be in that jail, even with you along.
I think you're right. I'm afraid we'll just have to leave him where he is and do the best we can.
Tonto?
You must have it. It's a plenty big job for me and you to fight whole town for John Meredith.
There's one person that can help us, Tonto. That is if she will. Come on.
Well, thanks for the lunch, Jess. I gotta get back to town and see what's going on.
You ought to get rid of that, Sheriff. It's no good for you or your horse.
Keeps my pants up, though. Well, goodbye.
So long.
Dad, who is that man in the mask?
I don't know. But you've got nothing to worry about, son. I told you I'd take care of everything, didn't I?
Yeah, but why does he have to butt in?
He didn't find out anything. Look, son, you're my boy, and nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing.
You sure, Dad?
Of course I'm sure. How can it? Everybody's convinced that Meredith killed the judge, even the sheriff. And Meredith's the one they're going to get for it. So why don't you just relax? Trust your old dad, will you?
Oh, hello, Mr. Burbridge.
Hello, Letty. Mr. Latham in?
Yes, he's taking his exercises. Come in.
Hello, Latham.
Oh, hello, boys. Lawson and the others will be along any minute now.
What about Holly Norris?
He's going to meet us in front of the jail.
That stuff really do you any good, Jess?
Well, I bet I can lick both of you.
Howdy, Latham.
Oh, hello, Lawson. Well, I guess it's about time we started. Ted, are you ready?
Be right there, Dad.
We'll pick up Fred and Jack and 4 or 5 of the others at Tom Seidel's house.
Hello, Mr. Latham.
Why, Alicia.
These men are with me.
Alicia.
Hello, Ted. You going somewhere?
Why, yes.
Where?
Well,
It wouldn't by any chance be down at the jail, would it?
To the jail? Look, Alicia, you've had a bad day. Now, I don't know why these men brought you here, but...
Yes, I've had a very bad day, Mr. Latham. But I've come here so there won't be worse days ahead for me.
I don't think I understand what you mean.
This is what I mean. I ask you not to do this.
I'd never believed this of you, Alicia.
Believed what?
That you could be so in love with a man that you'd come here and ask for his life when he murdered your father.
Whether or not I'm in love with John has nothing to do with it. My father would have asked a fair trial for him. That's all I ask.
Have him taken to Boonville so that his pal here can help him make a getaway on the road?
He doesn't want to take him to Boonville.
Oh. What then?
Your eloquence swayed me this afternoon, Mr. Latham. All I ask is a chance to go to Boonville and get a judge. You see, they didn't know Judge Scoville there, and they don't know Meredith. At least this way, the boy will have a decent chance.
All right, go ahead. Go to Boonville. Get a judge.
Yes, and by the time I get back, Meredith will be dead.
Oh, no?
I do.
Look here. Any arrangements we make in this town are none of your business. Judge Scoville was our friend, not yours.
The judge was my father, Mr. Latham. I think that entitles me to some say.
What do you want us to do, Alicia?
I want you to let John Meredith stand trial. I want you to help this man to get him that trial.
But, Alicia, nobody knows this man. We don't know what he's going to do, what he's up to.
He may be just using this as a stall.
How long will it take you to get to Boonville and back?
We'll be back by tomorrow morning.
Then how much of a chance are you taking? If he's not back by morning, if, as you say, he's just stalling, you can go on with your plans.
That don't sound unreasonable, does it?
All right, Alicia, if that's the way you want it.
Thank you.
We'll be leaving for Boonville right away.
Good.
I'd better go over to Tom Siddell's and let him know our plans have been changed.
Right.
You go down to the jail and tell Norris and the rest.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Tonto, you go along to Boonville and get the judge.
You stay here?
Young Latham looked green with fear while we were talking in there. I'm going to keep my eye on him.
You think him mixed up in murder?
I'm not sure. Just a feeling. Good luck, Tonto, and hurry back. We have only till morning.
Me meet you at sheriff's office.
All right. Tonto, in case you have any trouble getting the judge to come back with you, give him this. I think this will do it.
Let's do it, Kimasabi.
Be careful.
It'll all come out now. If there's a trial, it'll all come out. You told me nothing was going to happen to me. You said they'd lynch Meredith right away when they found his gun there. You said it'd be easy with his jail record. You said you'd fix it so no one would find out I did it. You said...
Why couldn't I have had a man for a son? Look, Ted, listen. There isn't going to be any trial. The judge is never going to get here from Boonville. I'm going to see to that.
But how can you...
Never mind. I said I'd see to it, didn't I? Look, you better get out of town for a week or so, till this all blows over. Go on up to Centralia. I'll tell everybody I sent you up there to look after some cattle for me. I'd leave tonight. Right away, if I were you. You're upset. The less you talk to people and see them, the better it'll be.
Well, bye, Dad.
Take care of yourself, son. By this time tomorrow night, Meredith will be dead. The people will have hanged him. So you've got nothing to worry about. Remember.
I'll remember. Yeah. That's right, boy. Hmm? That's all right. It's all right, fella. Quiet now.
Who's there? There's nothing to be afraid of, Ted. That is, if your conscience is clear.
You again. Meredith's pal.
I wouldn't do that. Better let me keep this.
What you going to do with it?
I may have good use for it later on.
You mean you're going to kill me with it?
Why, Ted? Do you deserve to be killed?
Look here, mister, you've got no right to ask me a question like that. No right at all.
I think I have. You see, I overheard your father talking a little while ago. He told you there was nothing to worry about because by tomorrow night Meredith would be lynched.
Oh, wait a minute, you get this thing all wrong.
Have I? John Meredith doesn't think so.
How could he tell you anything? He doesn't even know about...
About what, Ted? About who really killed the judge? Put yourself in Meredith's place. How does it really feel to be at the hands of someone who could kill you?
Wait a minute. Don't shoot me. I'll go back and tell him the truth. I'll tell him Meredith really didn't kill the judge.
No? Who did?
I did.
Why, Ted?
He said I wasn't good enough to marry Alicia.
How did Meredith's gun get by the judge's body?
My father stole it and put it there. To protect me. You're not going to shoot me?
No, Ted. I took this gun for other reasons. You see, it was your guilty conscience that made you think I might use it on you.
Well, what happens now?
We're going back to town, and you're going to take your medicine. I'll help you break up camp. Come on. As far as we're going, Ted.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Hello, Sheriff.
Well, I'm certainly glad to see you, Sheriff. This man jumped me in the woods last night and made me say that I killed Judge Scoville.
Why, how can anyone make you say a thing like that?
Well, wouldn't you with a gun in your ribs? I'd have confessed the murder of Abraham Lincoln to get away from this madman.
He told me his father put Meredith's gun beside Scoville.
Now, you know how ridiculous this story is. You know my father. You know he'd never do a thing like that.
Well, suppose we all go have a talk with your father.
Yes, suppose we do.
My father inside, Letty?
No, he ain't.
Got any idea where he could be, Letty? It's important.
No, I haven't.
I'll take Ted back to town and hold him.
Hold me? Hold me for what?
I'm not making any charges, Ted. I just want to hold you till your father gets back.
I've told you, this man pulled a gun on me and made me say I killed the judge. I've told you it's ridiculous.
You can tell him that at the trial.
What trial?
The trial that's taking place this afternoon. When Mr. Latham comes back, would you tell him to go right over to the sheriff's office?
Yes, I will. Oh, Mr. Latham!
Letty, what's wrong here?
It's Teddy. They've taken him off to jail.
What?
Your son confessed to me last night that he murdered Judge Scoville.
Oh, I did all I could to protect him.
But Teddy didn't kill the judge. He said he didn't. He told the sheriff right in front of me that this man pulled a gun and made him say he did it. But he didn't do it. I'd take his word any day against this. Damn it.
Stop your bawling, Letty.
But Teddy in jail.
I know. I can't believe it myself.
Now that it's your boy that's in trouble, I imagine you're glad Tonto's bringing back the judge.
But he isn't.
He isn't?
He never got to Boonville. I headed him off. You see, this is my country, not your Indian friends. And I knew all the shortcuts. But I wanted to save my boy. I thought I could do it, too, if I could stop your friend from bringing the judge. But now that Teddy's confessed to you, why, there's nothing more I can do. So I guess you might as well go and let your friend loose. He's tied up in a cabin not too far from here.
Where exactly?
Well, it's right up... Oh, I better go with you. Doubt if you could locate it.
Mr. Latham.
Yeah?
Would you mind leaving your gun here?
Oh, why, sure. You are, Letty?
You're not going to take your gun?
No, I won't need it. Shall we go? Still out. These knots are pretty tight. Have you got a knife?
Yes. Tonto, you all right?
Me all right, I guess.
Think you could ride to Boonville?
Me right. That man who hit me on the head and stopped me?
Yes. Now he's stopped.
All right, Meredith. You can come out now.
You're free, John.
Alicia.
You're going to let him go without a trial? Isn't there going to be a trial?
Sure, there's going to be a trial, but it ain't going to be Meredith's trial. We just checked on the bullets that killed the judge. Meredith's gun's a .38. The judge was killed with a .45. I noticed your gun was a .45, Ted.
They never would have bothered to check those bullets if it hadn't been for that masked man. Oh, look, they're leaving.
Bye, mister.
Bye, Sonny.
I never knew anyone except bandits went around in a mask.
Neither did I, son, until I met him. You see, he's the Lone Ranger.
Hi-yo,